Hello, welcome to Yinba Gaming. This is my first video, so thank you for joining. Today I'm going to be running you through the Skolas boss fight that happened in level 35 of the Prison of Elders. The Skolas fight has two main parts to it. In this first part, you're going to need to take out a servitor before you're allowed to DPS the boss. If you don't, he will remain immune. Before you enter the arena, equip any armor you have that gives you perks against fighting the Fallen. Small arms and light switch are on in this arena challenge. I'm also going to make sure that I synth some heavy. The small arms perk will make sure that my pistol does extra damage. Light switch means to stay away from the captains. As soon as you enter the arena, you're going to want to turn to the left and continue towards the back of the map. It's important here that you try to stay together as a group. Once the servitor is taken down, you'll be able to DPS the boss. It's light purple because it's cloaked, and its name is Calyx Minor. Once it's down, you'll have a notification telling you the servitor bonds have been weakened. You'll then have 20 seconds to DPS the boss before Skolas becomes immune again. When you're not shooting rockets at Skolas, it's a good idea to target all of those adds. They will come in waves based off of his health. When you start to get mobbed at a position, it's time for you to shift to a new one. Here my team likes to move over to this platform. It has some limited cover from add fire. Before you can damage the boss again, you're going to need to locate the server and take it down, leading to another 20-second window in which you can DPS Skolas. It can be hard finding the servitor. If you're the one who's currently tracking it down, make sure you communicate with your teammates so they know to be ready to DPS Skolas. You are going to be repeating this process several times. In between, make sure you stop to take out adds so your team doesn't get overwhelmed. Eventually, Skolas is going to get low enough that his bonds are going to be broken. At this point, you can DPS Skolas continuously, which sounds like a great deal, but then the game throws you a curveball. The words Skolas taints a Guardian's Light will appear in the lower left corner of your screen. One lucky member on your fire team is going to find themselves in possession of Devouring Essence. It has a 30-second clock on it. If I were to keep this in my possession until the clock reaches 0, I would automatically be killed. This is where communication becomes really important. You need to coordinate between your fire team who is taking the Devouring Essence and when. As the clock starts to get near 0, that's when I want to pass it off. Aim for the last 5 seconds, at the most. Once it's been passed off, you'll find that you're immune. This means that you can't take it for another 40 seconds. There's a clock on the left-hand side for you to reference. It may take a few tries before you and your teammates get the hang of passing the Devouring Essence around, and don't be surprised if you end up dying a few times before that happens. This immunity mechanic can cause a problem, especially if you find yourself in a situation where you're immune and the player who needs to take it next is dead. In this instance, there's not a lot you can do for your teammate whose timer is counting down on them. The only option you have is to try and get your other teammate up before time runs out. In this case, we didn't quite make it. And in my case, I didn't quite get my teammate up either. Eventually, Skolas' health will get low enough that you'll trigger a critical objective. This will be defusing mines. This is where being a Titan and having a bubble can really come in handy. If you are running a Titan, I recommend you use Blessing of Light for the entirety of the Skolas fight. In addition, if you have the Helm of Saint 14, equip that. That way any enemies that enter your bubble will become blinded. Once you've successfully defused all of the mines, you'll have a chance to clear the board of adds. This is really important because every time a critical objective is triggered, Skolas releases another wave of adds. At this point, you're probably wondering, just how many critical objectives do I need to do? And the good news is that you only have to defuse mines twice.
Guardian down.
After a lot of hard work, you'll finally hear Varric sing your praises.
Victory well earned.
So thanks again for watching my video. I'm really glad you decided to swing by my channel. I'm going to be posting more in the near future. If there's a particular thing you want to see me do a video about, just post it in the comments, and of course, it'd be great if you subscribed. Oh yeah, and watch out for those captains.